Money friend Gene Munster of Loop Ventures for his take on this. Gene, good to have you with us. Thanks for phoning in on such short notice. What are the implications of this hack for Twitter?
So near term, it is yet another blow to the company and just kind of really shakes at the core around the security of the platform. And I think that that is negative, understandable what's happening with the stock, but I would generally put this type of a scenario as something that is more temporary, and ultimately is it will be a frustration for investors to try to navigate this. But I do not think you're going to see a mass exodus, from people like Elon Musk or Donald Trump from Twitter. And the reason is that this both of those examples, those high-profile examples, have used Twitter. Tesla doesn't do marketing, traditional marketing. Elon Musk does a lot of the marketing through Twitter, and obviously the president has effectively used Twitter. And so I don't see this as an example of them being the catalyst for them getting off of Twitter. So I see this as more temporary. I think that the company ultimately has much bigger challenges that we've talked about before, just around regulation and just how they are going to navigate hate speech. And those, to me, are more permanent headwinds to the company.
You know, what's interesting about this hack, Gene, is that this has been going on now for, I want to say, an hour or so, where we've seen the accounts of President Obama, former Vice President Joe Biden, Elon Musk, all these people hacked. We know it's going on, and yet there's no sort of mechanism on the part of Twitter to shut it down or to do something about it, sort of akin to circuit breakers on the NYSE or other sort of measures. Is this going to highlight Twitter's response or maybe lack of response? I don't know if we've seen a hack of this magnitude before when it comes to such high-profile accounts.
To answer that, is we have not seen this high profile. It is reminiscent to some things that happened many years ago, decade plus ago, with the internet as it was starting to formulate itself. We'd see hacks or outages of kind of critical. So, and what that exposed was greater security, greater reliability questions. So I believe I agree with you. I think that this will cause greater scrutiny. I think that this is a little bit akin to maybe Cambridge Analytics with Facebook, something that really brought up a lot of questions about how they're using data. Different general topic, but the basic concept of something that just kind of came out of nowhere and will be a source of scrutiny around Twitter and Facebook for some time here, for potentially maybe months. But ultimately, I believe that it will be more temporary. And I keep coming back to that principle, which is, what are the alternatives for these people who ultimately need to be on this platform? And I don't see them jumping to other platforms anytime soon.
We said that about Facebook, and surely it's recovering. We said that there is no alternative for advertisers, so therefore people will stick with the platform. Advertisers will stick with the platform in the wake of Cambridge Analytica, since you made that comparison. But we did see the stock suffer greatly in the wake of Cambridge Analytica. So could we see the stock, Twitter stock, tumble much more than beyond this 4% that we're seeing in the after hours today?
I think you could. I don't see it materially going lower, but I do believe it will go lower, because I think that this is going to take a little bit of time to sort itself out. As you said, this is an unprecedented type of a hack. And so that generally is going to create anxiety for investors, which is negative for the stock. So I would see that. The other piece, too, when we think about the alternatives, we talk about advertising dollars and Facebook and then the boycott, all these other alternatives, is that presumably if there was an alternative, and let's say these people would go to a different platform, they would have a risk associated with going to that other platform as well. Those other platforms may not be as well fortified as Twitter. And so I think that there is a little bit of a danger for some of these people are being hacked to try to embrace another platform, because they may just be dealing with the same circumstances down the road.